November 1st, 1971. But, well, Frank O. Anderson, had he been, or was he?
He came on the electric board when they combined the water and light in 1914. There was a separate board. There was Mr. Bailey and Mr. Roberts, Mr. Oakland, and I think Mr. Freeman was on the board.
Oh, the Electric Light Commissioner.
Yeah.
And then did they all stay on when they combined the board, or did they change?
I think they increased the size of the board and kept most of them on.
Let me see. So you went. Well, I'm also interested in Sam Carlson because he was pretty instrumental in this. Now, didn't you knew him personally? I assume.
Yes, he appointed me the first time.
I
did. 1912.
1912. He was mayor then. It seems my references around 1913-14, the plant made a large expansion. This was under the time you were there, didn't they? We had some new generators.
We put in a new 300 kW generator.
Yeah.
Which was one, and put that in and started expanding the distribution. And that time the home telephone company was kind of expanding, and we kind of worked together on the pole line.
Yes, I see.
And that was, and we put in some new boilers at that time. We built the old boiler plant. And I had a bunch of pictures of those down at the light plant.
Along with your other records.
Yeah. I took them down there one time when they had a survey or analysis for engineers came in and make a study of the values of plant evaluation. These pictures are used to determine the cost to build it up. I can't find that. I had a photo album.
Yes. Oh, that would be interesting. I wonder if it's
I don't know what ever became of it.
I wonder if it's down there somewhere.
Well, I asked Joe the other day to kind of look it up.
Sure.
But then when they combined, then they made me assistant with them because I had nothing to do. But then I started working with the water department. We worked together.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Hackwood was the superintendent of the water department. He was older and more experienced, and he wasn't an electrical man, a very good water superintendent.
Yes.
And we worked together on all new projects, both water and light, and he ran the operation of the water department, and I ran the operation of the electric department.
Yeah.
So we worked together on two projects all the way through. Drilled a lot of the wells down in the Escada Valley at that time that were still in use.
Oh, they are, yes. So this expansion in around 1913, 1914, then the war came along. But of course the United States wasn't in the war until 17, but would you say that was a major expansion period around 1914
Well,
or so?
It was one of the expansion periods.
And then,
of course, then it shut down until after the war was over.
Yes, and then around 1920 they had another
big expansion period.
Yes.
From there to 34, which I didn't know much about because I was out.
Were you in the city through the 20s? Were you in the city, or did you take another job somewhere?
I quit. My father died and left the clothing store in 1916. He died in 16. And but I stayed with the city until 1917. I thought I had a partner, and we operated together, but we didn't agree on everything, so he decided he'd want to sell out. He tried to sell out, and couldn't sell out to advantage, so I got a young fellow working in the store, and we bought my father's partner out.
Yes.
Then I was in the clothing business from 1917 to 1933.
I see. And then you went back again as superintendent of
Well, that
the...
in 1934.
In 34.
Yeah.
And did you sell your clothing business, or...?
Well, we sold out. We closed it because they tore the building down where we were, and so partner and I decided we'd sell out everything, and that we got a good location, we'd start new again. So then it came along, I got this job, and my partner didn't want to go in alone, so he went into real estate business.
Oh.
But,
Yes, well, to get back a little, you're going to tell me a little about Sam Carlson. Now, I never knew the man.
Niagara.
Yes.
Niagara and Rockport in Ontario it was at that time.
Yes.
And then they...
And that was in 1914, or no?
No, that was later, I think.
22,
Yeah.
I think.
And then, of course, in Niagara, tried to get... we had... Those Jamestown city rates were kind of low compared with Niagara's on the whole state, or
Yes.
on the state. And, of course, they competed around Jamestown because they were competing right in Jamestown.
Once they bought the Broadhead.
They competed right in Jamestown. And then this Melvin Swanson can give you more about that because he was in when the Niagara, they started a suit against the city to say that they were charging too much for the street lighting and not enough for their regular power, see? And they had a suit before the public service. The way my understanding is that the public service says, well, you've got two choices. Reduce your rates all over New York State to compare with what you sell around Jamestown or what you charge around Jamestown, or else sell out to the city.
Oh.
In this territory, see?
Yeah.
They had Jamestown and Lakewood and so on, and Fawford. And they had their rates were the same as the city rates there.
Yeah.
And but then the rest of the state, they were way much higher.
I see. So they were given this directive by the Public Service Commission.
They take their choice.
Yes. And then it was at that point they started negotiation to sell their plants?
Yeah, and then they made arrangements to, the city had to pay so much down and then pay so much within 5 years. And the Niagara and Mohawk, they thought that the city could never pay it. And couldn't make the payments. I came in about that time.
Yes.
We paid it up in 2 years.
Oh, well, would you say the main reason that the city plant could do this was because they took no profit like a private company? Is that the main reason?
Yeah, they didn't have as much. They didn't have to pay dividends.
That's right.
And of course, in the old days, we didn't pay anything towards taxes. They do now. They do pay equivalent to what they would be paying if they were a private company.
Do you know when they started to do that? Was that when you were superintendent?
Yeah, it started in back, before I was still there. I can't remember the date. I thought I had those figures.
Well, maybe they'll turn up somewhere.